T6 January 2018 calculator. When enlarging by a scale factor in a centre, not only does the shape enlarge by the factor of 2, but the distance from the centre to the shape, so that's 1 square, which means our new shape starts 2 squares away. This side is 1, so it becomes 2. The vertical is 3, so it becomes 6. And then we join the points up. Please make sure you do this with a ruler and pencil in the exam. We are asked to make R the subject, so we have t plus 9 take away 3 equals minus R. So t plus 6 equals minus R, which means that R is minus t minus 6. Formula for area of a trapezium is on the formula sheet, so look it up. And the area is half the sum of the parallel sides times the distance between. So 50.4 has to equal 4.2 times x plus 8. 50.4 divided by 4.2 is 12. So 12 equals x plus 8. So x must equal 4. Checking the answer line, there's no units, which means we have to add the units, and that would be 4 centimetres. Sum of all probabilities is 1, so to work out the missing probability, we do 1 minus 0.15 minus 0.3 minus 0.2, which gives us 0.35. 160 balls in the bag. How many green balls? Well, that be the probability multiplied by 160, which is 48. We've got to fill in the missing value, and that will be 2 times minus 2 squared minus 4 times minus 2 minus 6. You need to be really careful putting this into your calculator using brackets around the negative numbers. And this gives us a value of 10. Plot the points and then we join them up. One sweeping action going through all of the points and making sure at the bottom we have a smooth curve. Now if you look at this there here, I have not gone through the points, so I'm going to redraw it. Unfortunately, my pen and my app is making it harder to go through all of the points. Prize money is shared out in the ratio 10 to 5 to 2, which means altogether we need 17 parts. If we do 255,000 divided by 17, we get 15,000. That means that the first prize is 150,000. The second prize is 75,000 and the third prize is 30,000. Relative frequency will be the number of fives divided by the number of throws. So if we have 0.3 and we want to work out the number of fives, we do 0.3 times 120, which gives us 36. And to work out the relative frequency, we'll do 46 divided by 200, 0.23. Best estimate of the probability of getting a 5 on this dice will be the result from the 200, 0.23, because that's the most experiments carried out. Do you think this dice is biased? Yes, because the relative frequency is 0.23, but the probability of getting a 5, which is 1/6, is only 0.16 recurring. So they're not the same. So a bus travels 42 kilometres in 1 hour 25 minutes, then travels 180 kilometres in 2 hours 50 minutes. That means that the total distance travelled is 222 kilometres and the time 4 hours 15 minutes, which is 4 1/4. That means speed is distance over time, and it's important that we work in fractions, not 4 hours 15 minutes. This gives us an answer of 52.23, and the either answer I'm going to give to this would be 52.2 or 52, and in this case I'm going to give 52 kilometers per hour. Height and diameter of a cylinder are equal. The curved surface area of the cylinder, which is found by the formula 2 pi r h, is 254.5. Now we're told that the height and the diameter are equal, so the height equals the diameter, and the diameter is twice the radius. So if we take this, that means we have pi times 2r, which is the height, times the height, which is 254.5. So pi times h squared is 254.5. H squared will be 254.5 divided by pi, which is 81.009, and the height will be the square root, which is 9.0. Again, there are no units in the answer line, so I'm going to add them, and that's 9 centimetres. Probability of a student passing a piano exam at the first attempt is 80%. That means the probability they fail is 20%. Probability to pass at the second attempt is 90%, which means the probability they fail is 10%. Calculate the probability that it takes no more than 2 attempts to pass. So she could just pass at the start, which is 80%. Or we could do a fail then a pass, which is 20% times 90%. We're going to use decimals, so that's 0.8 plus 0.2 times 0.9. So 0.8 plus 0.18, which gives 0.98, or 98% chance. Similar means one is an enlargement of the other. The ratio lengths of the sides of the two blocks is 4 to 5. AB is 3. So we're going to work out PQ. So we have 3 and we have PQ, which I'm going to call X. So the ratio of 3 to X has to equal the ratio of 4 to 5. That means that X divided by 3 has to equal 5 divided by 4. So X will equal 3 times 5 over 4, which is 15, divided by 4, which is 3.75. The perimeter, therefore, is 6 times this length, which gives us the answer 22.5. If the ratio of the sides is 4 to 5, then the ratio of the volumes is 4 cubed to 5 cubed. 64 to 125. We have then that we want 64 to 125 to equal 48 to the volume of the larger block, which means the volume divided by 48 has to equal 125 divided by 64, which gives us 93.75 centimetres cubed. To make X the subject, the first thing I'm going to do is expand the brackets. 4x plus 20 equals 7y minus 3xy. Now I'm going to bring all the x's to the one side, so 4x plus 3xy equals 7y minus 20. Factorising the left, and then dividing through by the multiple. The volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared times h. That means that r squared would be 2,400 times 3 divided by 28 times pi, and r would be the square root of this value, which when we put into our calculator we get 9.047. if I just look at the right angle triangle, I have 28 and we want to work out in a radius of 0.47. So if I work out the slant height using Pythagoras, L squared equals 28 squared plus 9.047 squared. So L squared is 865.85, and taking the square root, we get that the length is 29.4. It's important to know the relationship between the sector and the cone. This 29.4 are the lengths of the two sides of the sector, and this curved length is the circumference of the circle at the bottom. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, so in this case that will be 2 times pi times 9.047, which is 56.843. So the total perimeter will be the two straight edges, 29.4 plus 29.4 plus the 56.8, and that gives a total perimeter of 115.6, so that's 116 centimetres.